feel like I'm unknown to the world that's full of clones. My originality's focused on principalities broken. I'm loaning my heart and soul to the game that's scared to pay it back. And failure is a motherfucker. The strength to go on and believing in another sucker who don't see the vision in you. So you gotta work harder times two. Gotta make it do what it do. With the limited sources you have, your dream is still a fine motivation in you and inspire the world to do what you can. If you love it, then fuck it, get through it. Yeah. Mumble mentality activated. I waited for so long. Get burdens I've outweighed. When you see me in my zone.
Oh shit, here we go. We back at it again. It's everybody's favorite day of the week. It is hump day for some. It is Gentlemen's Talk Wednesday for the rest of us. And we look, show just started. We already got somebody, your favorite hater, talking about some here we go.
I'm calling that go to Troy. I don't care what nobody, because your favorite hater was on the Monday show as well.
Oh, okay. So somebody acting a fool. All right, cool. So as per usual, you know who I am. I am the one they call Mr. GQ. And just like I said last week, I'm going to say it one more again because I didn't feel like the emphasis was there. Whataburger is better than In-N-Out. It's that simple.
Happy Gentlemen's Talk Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. I am the non-biased DJ of the panel and the residential DJ of From the Sideline, DJ Micah B.
What's going down is Mr. Gent. We fly, no lie. We know this.
Ballin'.
Wow, y'all just okay. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't respond because you just said we fly. You didn't say we fly high for whatever reason. You missed the whole
Oh,
word.
my
and I
bad.
was
I
not
wrote it.
completed.
I'll skip it.
That's what happens when you use chat. That's what happens when you see.
That's me. That's my
When
bad.
you use
Fly high.
chat
My bad.
GPT instead of your own words, that's what happens.
My fault.
Big facts.
All right, so let's get into this, man. So before the show ended last week, Mr. Gent dropped a picture in the chat, and had we put that on display and talked about it last Wednesday, we'd have still been on the pod today, the following Wednesday, because of how ridiculous this shit is. So there was a list that was posted by some verified cat on social media, whose name I am not going to say because we don't give free clout around here, so fuck all that. But anyway, the list is the 50 worst rappers.
Can I interject real quick?
Oh, go ahead. I ain't even started it.
Before we go any further, can you please throw that disclaimer up one time for the one time?
Since you act so nicely. Because we do got to make sure that we don't nobody try to sue us and nothing like that. But all right, as per usual, this is an important notice. The following show is not intended for children under the age of 16. There will be adult language and content in this show, so viewer discretion is advised.
Here comes the adult language. You're a jackass. You know that? You are a freaking jackass. I just want to let you know. Hey,
What I do?
you know exactly. Don't play with me. You know exactly. Did you see what he was doing?
Oh yeah, sticking his head out like a little kid.
Yeah.
Are we taking my screen time?
Oh, Jack in the Box.
Talking about my screen time. The fuck.
Let's
listen.
get to it.
So listen, here's what we about to do. So this is what I love about this beautiful list. This list comes out at the same time that we get to debut a new motherfucking segment, ladies and gentlemen. It is called the Cast Iron Sessions. What does that mean? We gonna motherfucking cook today, because that's what's about to happen when we get on this list. So just understand it's about to get done.
I likes that beat.
All good. So as you already know, there is already grease in the pot. Is ready to go. So
This dude just can't help himself.
I can't.
Now he drinking from a cup with the pinky finger. Come on. All right, go ahead, GQ.
I can't.
All right.
I can't.
So, DJ Michael B, while I'm running this list, will you run the chat?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I don't even know where to start on this list. We just gonna start at the top and work our way down. Let's just do it like that. So number one on this list was NLE Choppa. So there's that. So what I'm gonna do, fellas, as I go down this list, we're gonna do this, and since there's 50, we're gonna do this in bunches of 10. So we're gonna do 10, then we'll talk about it. Then
What
we'll
up?
go.
What up,
That'll give us 5 sessions worth of 10s in there. So who the hell put a mad face up on that screen?
I have no idea. I'm going to call it an accident. Oh no, I see who it is. Never mind. I see who it is. That's one of my Facebook friends that just like to act the fool.
Oh, okay. We'll keep on acting. All right.
I appreciate the reaction though.
Number 2 is Blueface. Number 3 is Lil Yachty. Number 4 is 504. I don't even know who that is. Number 5 is DDG. Ain't that the one who was with Haley Bailey or whatever? They just split after the kid was born?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Cool story, bro. Number 6, Nardo Wick. Number 7, Ken Carson. Number 8, G Herbo. Number 9, East G. And number 10, Famous Dex. Any issues so far?
Hell yeah, there's one big issue. There's one big issue. G Herbo do not. What kind of nonsense is going on here? Everybody else I'm cool with, but damn.
See, I'm not like, I feel like in Elite it shouldn't be that high. He shouldn't be number 1. He shouldn't be number 1 out of that list right there. Out of that 10,
I mean,
she shouldn't be number 1.
I don't think it's put in any. You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think this dude put it together in any particular order.
I don't think he did, but at the same, because the way I'm looking at it, yeah, he can't be.
Yeah,
he can't.
Well,
but G Herbo don't belong on the list at all. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
You are gonna go hard.
I'm cool with that. Yeah. I mean, like Blueface is alright. I ain't never heard a song from DDG.
Nah, brother. No, Blueface ain't it at all. Look,
I was really just trolling.
I mean, I wouldn't say he's the worst. I wouldn't say he's the worst.
I didn't say he was the worst. I said they said the 50. He absolutely belongs on this list.
What you mean? You don't like a little Blueface, baby?
That boy said Blueface number 1.
Blueface should be number 1 before, way before.
I don't know. We're gonna find out. We go through this next set of 10. Let's find out.
Blueface not it. Facts, bro. He not.
I gotta troll a little bit because this is a funny ass list. All right, let's get to it. Number 11 is old Tekashi snitching ass 6ix9ine. Number 12 is Rich the Kid. Number 13 is Cardi B. Number 14 is Coi Leray. Number 15 is Boston Richie. I don't even know who the fuck that is. Number 16 is Yeet, not to be confused with Jey Uso's Yeet, but Yeat.
Yeet.
Number 17 is YFN Lucci. They don't even sound right. That whole name sounds stupid. Number 18 is Polo G. Number 19 is Gunna, and number 20 is Playboy Cardi. I disagree with. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta disagree with Cardi B being even being this high. I don't think Cardi B should be on this list. As much as we may want to say Cardi. I wouldn't put Cardi B on the 50 worst rappers. I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't put Gunna. I wouldn't even put Gunna on this list right there.
What you think?
After the album he just dropped, I wouldn't even put
Cardi B hard.
That's what I'm saying. I don't like you. You don't have to like Cardi B, but
what up,
she do be spitting. Like I'm not even.
You got to respect her. Yeah, you got to respect her.
You got to respect the game. Like she really do be spitting. I don't like Cardi B being on this list.
I don't like Cardi B being on this list, and I damn sure don't like Gunna being where he is.
Gunna definitely shouldn't be on this list either. So we got 3 so far that shouldn't be on this list, and
Playboy Cardi. Playboy Cardi shouldn't be on this list either. But
who sleep on Cardi B fan base? That's what we said.
No. We said we shouldn't be on the list, dog.
Yeah, we saying Cardi B should not be on this list.
Gunna hard, okay. This a list from 2000. No, it's not, and you're gonna see later.
No, just trust me. If you graduated in the class of 05 and up, a part of this list about to piss you off. Don't worry, we're gonna get there. We only at number 20. Let's go to number 21. Megan Thee Stallion. Number 22, Central C. I don't even know who that is. Number 23, Moneybag Yo. Number 24, Burna Boy.
The fact that they put Burna Boy is disrespectful.
The number 25 is DaBaby. Number 26 is Glorilla. Number 27 is Soulja Boy. Number 28 is Lil Pump. Number 29 is Meek Mill. And number 30 is Rayo, R-A-I-O. I don't know who that is either. But
Just nah, bro. Throw this trash away, dog. Throw this trash away.
hold on.
Because the fact that you put Meg on there at that too.
You put
The fact that
Meg on there. You put Soldier Boy on there. You put Meek on there.
Burna Boy. You put the baby on there.
I don't agree with Soldier Boy being on this list. Like you don't have
Hell
to like
no.
you don't have to like Soldier Boy now,
like
but
it,
Soldier Boy when we was young, that shit. You can't listen. Nobody who graduated high school in 04, 05, 06, 07, and 08, and hell, even 09 and 10, Soldier Boy was a massive part of our fucking high school.
It was a movement.
It was he had a whole movement
to this day.
And then like Meek Mill, we already know. Listen, boys don't look. Dreams and nightmares get played. People still act a fool.
Yeah,
like,
even though all the stuff be going on, but
yeah, but at the same time,
still,
if you as an artist, right, if you have an anthem. If you have an anthem that gets played at a party or a club and people act a plumb fool, you not one of the 50 worst rappers. I'm sorry.
I don't know what y'all just said.
We was talking about the fact that Meek Mill still has a song that is an anthem that if you play it at a party, people act a fool. We're talking about Dreams and Nightmares.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah, but I'm right now.
You play house party in that bitch. People going
yeah,
too.
So he should not be on this list.
Soldier Boy come in on this list.
But Soldier Boy should not be on this list at all.
I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna stand here and I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I don't know if anybody else is gonna feel this way, but Glorilla should not be on this list.
No, she shouldn't. She doing the damn thing right now. So.
Glorilla, it took a long time for her to grow on me, but come on, bro.
Yeah,
can't nobody do not. Hey, yeah, Meek Mill ain't trash, bro. So y'all just.
So I don't hate Glorilla because in my other job, I see the kind of reactions her music gets. So there's something there. I have not personally deep dived and analyzed her music, like, to give her that fair, objective chance. But the reaction that people get when they play her music, I'm like, there's something there. So I have to be objective and be like, so if you say she shouldn't be on this list, I'm gonna take the recommendation of my DJ and she shouldn't be on this list. So who was the other one that you said? Gent that shouldn't be on here was a Burna Boy.
Burna Boy.
Oh God. Burna Boy being on this is a highly fucking disrespectful.
Disrespectful.
That's crazy.
I don't know. If you want to spit on the list, that's definitely what you gotta do.
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of feel. I don't really know if I agree with the baby being on this list. If I'm being real, I don't think the baby should be on this list. No. I really don't. I don't. The more I think about it, I'm like, first of all, he was during COVID. He was hot.
Oh, for a fact.
He was COVID. Like he dropped a lot.
In it.
Him, Roddy Ricch, like they were huge during COVID. Like, so I don't know. I definitely don't think he should be on this list either. The baby's freestyles are absolutely fire. Like he freestyle like the Rent do. Like he really do. Have y'all heard his freestyle on Sway, haven't you? Like he literally was freestyling like the motherfucking Rent was do.
See, I think the only issue I have with the baby and why people probably put him on this list is because all his songs are pretty much completely the same. So to make this list, there's no criteria, and that's part of the problem. Because some of these people on here, yes, they're hot, but yes, they have no rapping ability at all. Zero.
Thanks.
So that's the only thing I have a problem. We're going to grade this list on what we feel is good music and good rapping ability.
That part.
Some of these people are basing their list on how the music makes them feel.
Yeah. So what you're saying is we're gonna do this with a little what we call it, musicology.
Musicology. Come on now.
All right, let's keep rocking. All right, number 30, we got the Rayo, whoever that is. I guess I need to listen to some of these people. 31 is Freddie Gibbs. 32 is Webby. First of all, kill yourself. 33. Sorry.
That was quick.
33 is Joe Budden. 34 is Takeoff. 35 is Freeway. 36 is Ludacris. Kill yourself twice. 37 is Cassidy. Kill yourself 3 times. 38 Earl Sweatshirt, 39 Corday, and number 40 is Logic. Go ahead and get on top of the Empire State Building and jump off.
You died about 5 times on the way down.
First of all, listen, the list from 31 to 40, there is so much disrespect on this list. It is unreal. First of all, I'm not even going to get to the one that pissed me off the most yet. Let's just start with Webby, okay? First of all, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
We can't do that.
If you from the South, you listen. I understand some of you in this group that listen to our show are not from the South, and I get it. Webby is a part of this. Because at one point in time, it was Boosie and Webby, and when everybody knew this, like with Boosie came Webby. It's like having Pimp C and Bun B. It was very similar, not to the legendary status of UGK, but with Boosie came Webby. So they came as a pair, and Webby had a nice flow. He really did. He was an aggressive rapper. So it wasn't everybody's cup of tea. I get it, but to put him on a list of 50 worst rappers, you got me fucked up. I'm sorry. I can probably come up with 50 worst rappers before Webby's name even starts to surface. And he wouldn't come up on my list. I could make a top 200 and Webby still wouldn't come up. That's just me personally. I don't know how my brothers feel about it, but I feel some type of way about it.
Like, my thing is, like you said, if you have an anthem, you shouldn't be even on this list.
Boy,
to wipe me down.
Webby had
on part of wiping down.
Hold on. Independent. He had people spelling it.
Oh, yeah. Facts.
Like people still learn. People probably learned how to spell independent because of Webby. Let's be real.
That's just like how it ended up spelling.
She got her own house. She got her own car. 2 jobs. Work hard. She a bad. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of my face with that. That is disrespectful. All right, Joe Budden. Here's the thing, right? Like Joe Budden has an anthem too, but I don't really know what else Joe Budden's known for. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Like Pump It Up is what we know because it was a big time hooping song. Worst rappers, Boss Man Low.
Boss Man D-Lo.
Oh, I don't know who that is. And then that boy said Trinidad James is the worst.
I wouldn't say Trinidad was the worst, but he's on the list. I'll put him on the list.
Yeah, no, I definitely no. I'm not. Yeah, Joe Budden, like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave that right where it's at. Takeoff is tough too, though.
Yeah, right. I'm like, why y'all putting Migos?
Hold on. Let me take this one. Let me take this one. Okay. Both of my counterparts here know I don't really like the Migos like that. But if there's one thing I stood on, and both of these dudes know, how you gonna eliminate the best rapper out of all 3 of them, bro?
Yeah, like
he's literally the best one.
Yeah, like Takeoff was yeah. Like that's not even a debate. I'd actually be curious if somebody wanted to debate that, like that Takeoff wasn't the best Migo. Like that would be insane. I'd love to hear somebody's argument otherwise.
He has the best individual mixtape out of all of them too.
Yeah, like now Takeoff really, like just like Chris just said, like Takeoff really had it. Like don't get me wrong, as a trio they were really talented, but Takeoff but I ain't gonna lie though. If the beat was right, Offset also had some. Offset was a really good feature artist for a lot of mainstream rappers. He really was. Like I'm like if you like when you look at what was it? Tiger's Taste. Offset killed that. He killed that beat. Like he did.
Yeah.
And Quavo was just Quavo. Like Quavo was a good. They were both good feature artists.
Quavo was the swag.
Yeah, like 100%. 100%.
I don't think Quavo can do it by itself.
And you know what? I'm gonna go back to this because I see you, Mel.
I just want to put Mel's up there.
I just want to let y'all know Joe Budden does not belong on this list. I don't care what nobody in this chat has to say. This dude was signed to Eminem's label because he could rap. He can rap. He might not be the best at making songs, but you tell Joe to rap or freestyle on any beat, Joe is easily talented. This is disrespectful.
Yeah, and I don't like Freeway being on this list.
No, I don't either.
I don't like Freeway being on this list. I don't agree with that at all. Put your favorite haters comment up there because he's right. Slaughterhouse was like Like Slaughterhouse was like a beautiful creation that M was putting together.
What? Name a song? I just told you I listen to his freestyles. I'm not saying I listen to his music. I listen to his interviews and his freestyles, literally, because he can rap. Like, you can like somebody as a rapper, but not like their music. Like, I don't like Takeoff's music, but I know Takeoff was the best rapper in Migos because I heard him rap in interviews and other stuff. And I knew he was the best rapper out of the group.
So let's get to the meat and potatoes here because
Don't worry, I'll wait.
first of all, the fact that Ludacris is on here makes this list as uncredible as possible. It just does. This list has absolutely no credibility whatsoever. If you in any world think the Ludacris is one of the 50 worst rappers, you are so far removed from music, it's not even funny. Like the 2000s era and the 2010s era was all the way covered with Ludacris. Ludacris was just like also one of the hottest feature artists when he wasn't doing his own stuff. Ludacris is so talented that when he came out with his album Ludaversal, that album went over people's heads because it showed a true growth of an artist. There were so many gems on that album that people who actually thought that album was trash, I was like, you didn't listen to the album. That man went through a whole thing about his dad and alcohol and all this other shit. Like, this man really hit some shit on there. Like, he killed that. Like, but let's just go backwards. Let's fuck all that. Let's go backwards. We're talking about chicken and beer. Like, this man was doing it. Like, this dude was like still on my Mount Rushmore of rappers. Everybody knows this. Ludacris is on my list. Point blank, period. And if you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. Prove me wrong. Because Mike know what I'm talking about. He already know how I feel about this. Like that was the first name on this list I noticed. It didn't even have to be in all.
The boy locked in on the Luda. Honestly,
listen,
that's his favorite rapper, dog. He has to be.
Y'all do not understand. Like, Ludacris is a timeless artist,
bro. You got a New York guy saying having Luda on this list is wild. That tells you enough.
That tells you all the respect you need. But Ludacris has made classic album after classic album after hit after hit after banger, and not to mention when he is a feature artist, that song is that much better. That song is that much better. Like when they played in the club, when they play Usher's Yeah, everybody raps Ludacris's part. Everybody. Boys was killing Throw Them Bowls. When Move Bitch came out, everybody was singing it. That and Mystical's part, which was like a great collab for those two. But then some of his other more low-key was like Diamond in the Back. Killed that. Georgia on My Mind. Killed it. Like,
We
What's Your
on the
Fantasy?
grind in
Killed
Georgia.
it. Like, he grew up a screw up with Young Jeezy. Killed it. Run
Oh,
Away
yeah.
with Mary J. Blige. Killed it.
Hey, listen.
Do I need to keep naming bangers? Because I can keep going.
No,
like,
we don't. We all, everybody on this chat and everybody watching right now understands the Luda disrespect is absolutely wild.
Yeah. Look, put that last one on there because Last of a Dying Breed is still on my workout playlist. That is a phenomenal track right there. That was, yeah. All right. Cassidy, another one. Let's talk about it. I understand for the casual music listener, you've probably heard 4 songs from Cassidy? Probably 4. You have no idea what Cassidy sounds like as a battle rapper, as a freestyler, any of these things. Like, what Cassidy is what they tried to make Meek Mill into, which is obviously not the case because Meek Mill would that's his idol. They know it. But go ahead.
Look,
Cook.
all I'm gonna say is, bro, if anybody heard the Diddy diss before they made this list, Cassidy would have never made this list. The Diddy diss that Cassidy did is probably now in my top 5 disses of all time, bro. It is that fire. Bro, and let's not forget the challenge that Cassidy came out and dropped.
Boy,
that was the
challenge.
Challenge.
Yeah. Like, I played on an AAU basketball team, and our team name was the Hustlers, and our theme song was literally Cassidy's "I'm a Hustler." Like, that song still hits to this day. Like, and it's not even just the beat; it's the actual lyrics.
I expect the New York guy to say that.
Yeah, you know. All right, now I got to get to another one because here we go with people and not knowing shit about music. The fact that you got Logic on this list, you done lost your fucking mind. You done lost your mind. Because if you think Logic is one of the 50 worst rappers, you have no credibility as a music critiquer of any kind. You really don't. Like, if you're gonna tell me we're not gonna put that person's name on, that person don't deserve any clout for this.
This comes from some random Twitter user, I guess, but they are a verified account. So
yeah. But one thing about Gentleman's Talk, we do not give free clout. We don't do that. I'm not giving this person credit for this bullshit. All right, we're not even finna do that.
Unless you want to come on here and discuss, and we can roast his ass.
Yeah,
live.
if you want to, I will roast the dog shit out of you. But the fact that you put Logic on this list is insane. I'm sorry. Like, Logic been around for a long time. The fact that people didn't really discover him, like the casual fan discovered Logic when the Suicide Hotline song came out.
Yeah,
that's because of the other feature artists. That's when they discovered him. Like, let's be real. Like, I've seen Logic in concert at the Sugarland at the Smart Financial Center. Like, Logic is really him. Like, Logic is raw. Like, that the last album he came out with, when he did Homicide with Eminem, they destroyed that track. They literally committed homicide on the track, all pun intended. Like, and his newest album too. Like, I'm like, dude, no. The fact that you have Logic on this list, you have no credibility. You need to get your account unverified. Is what the fuck you need to do. All right, I'm done with that for now until you piss me off.
I'm gonna put two that y'all probably don't know, but Earl Sweatshirt should not be.
On this list. Earl Sweatshirt shouldn't be on this list.
Earl Sweatshirt should not be on the list either.
Earl should not be on this list.
Let's not skip over that shit.
I just forgot about it. Yeah, Earl not supposed to.
Yeah. Earl should not be on this list.
Okay.
I put Earl and Tyler the Creator close to each other because that's that style. So,
okay.
Nah,
I don't know much. I don't listen. I can't tell you a bunch of Earl Sweatshirt stuff. So I'm like I said, I have no problem. I have no problem deferring to my brothers if there's certain artists that I don't listen to for various reasons. I don't know much about Earl Sweatshirt, but you gave me a perfect comparison, so I understand how the sound of his music is. And I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
Who's the other one? You said it was two. Who's the other one?
Corday.
Okay. Talk to me about Corday.
I don't know enough about Corday.
Like, I don't know enough, but I just know out of this list, he shouldn't be on this fucking list like that.
Okay.
Yeah. No, Mel Glorilla should not be on this list. Ice Spice, I agree with.
I'll put Ice Spice on this. I'll put Ice Spice on this before I put.
He said Meg.
I don't know. Meg on this list.
I'm not putting Meg on here. I'm not putting Meg. I'm sorry. We are taking Megan off this list because she shouldn't be on this list. All right,
it's fire.
Let's keep going. All right, so after Logic, now we got number 41. We got Lil Uzi Vert. We got number 42. We got Chief Keef. Number 43. We got Plies. Number 44. We got French Montana. Number 45. We got Offset. Number 46. We got Jay-Z. Number 47. We got YG. Number 48. We got Tyga. Number 49. We got 21 Savage. And at 50. We got NBA Youngboy.
I don't think any of those people should be on this list.
I'm about to say the back of this list is trash. The back of this list is trash,
bro. I don't think
anybody. I want to see the top 50 at this point. At this,
I'm
like, you know what? The fact that this dude or gal or whatever this person's pronouns is put Plies on this list tells me, one, you ain't old enough. That's what it tells me. You're young. That's what it really tells me. Because he's another one.
I knew that was going to get on Mel nerves.
Like, of all a lot of the newer rappers that are out, like when they came out when we were like kind of post-ish college, if you will, like Uzi Vert really not that bad. Like the beats that he be on are not that bad.
You see, there's one perfect example. Why is this person not on the list?
Look, Designer, I put Young Thug on this list. I said what I said.
No.
I will. No, I will. Me, I will.
I don't know if I do that one.
But I don't. But like I like. See, but also I like 21 Savage. I wouldn't put 21 Savage on this list. I wouldn't have had Tyga.
You'd put Young Thug on this list, but you wouldn't put 21 Savage.
Right.
No.
Exactly. Right.
No.
Right.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't like the sound of Young. I don't like the style and sound of Young Thug. At least like yes, 21 kind of repeats itself when he says his name. I get all that, but
21.
yeah.
20.
But like YG being on here is crazy to me too.
YG is big crazy. Big
Like
crazy.
really?
I don't know how y'all do that.
Like, listen. Thank you, Mel. Put that up there too. Thank you, Mel. Like I get it. I do, but I think 21 is a better rapper than Young Thug. That's why I don't think I really don't think 21 is a bad rapper. Not to be bad enough to be on the 50 worst rappers, definitely not that.
I don't think Young Thug is bad enough to be on the 50 worst rappers either.
Hey, listen, we don't have to agree, and we all understand this. Like, I'm cool with not agreeing, but like
21 be rapping is yeah. But you know what though? Here's what the same reason why you don't like Young Thug is the same reason why I can't listen to 21. It's the exact same reason.
But that's why we are who we are. The French Montana one is rough. Like
yeah, he's
borderline.
He's borderline.
In NCAA terms, he would be on the bubble. 100%. He'd be on the bubble. Chief Keef definitely shouldn't be on this list. Offset, we already had this conversation. We're not even going to dive into that. Jay-Z being on this list is absurd.
Absurd. Okay, so I want to touch on the Jay-Z thing for a little bit because
let's get it. Because I want to know at what point when this list came out, what part of Jay-Z's tenure are we talking about? That's the part I want to know.
French has hits, but he's borderline. Like I listen to his albums, he's borderline like on the fence. But bro, I'm just my manager came up to me and asked me the other day, name me one point in Jay-Z's career where he was the best rapper. So I was like, well, maybe when the Black Album came out, but then he was like, well, all these came out the same year. So we go through all the years that Jay-Z was dropping albums and was rapping, and he was like, see, at no point was he ever number one in the game. I said, but every single year he was top 5, and that says something. That absolutely these new young guys try to discredit Jay-Z so much, like Jay-Z wasn't that dude.
Yeah, like bro,
Jay-Z was a monster. I don't even understand this shit.
I don't understand the disrespect because there's some legends on this list. There's some legends for our generation, and Jay-Z is one of them. That's the beautiful thing about using the word legend is there's not like a cap on, excuse me, on like the number, but like these are people that we were listening to as young kids. He said Jay-Z was running the late 90s. Okay.
Bless you.
I bought that for $1.
Jay-Z was running the late 90s. Describe to me what do you count as the late 90s?
Are we talking about when the first Blueprint album came out?
No, I just mean no. Yeah.
Isn't that roughly the time when the late 90s? Ain't that when the first Blueprint album came out?
I don't know. I think the first I want to say Blueprint came out in 2000 or 2001, but I know Reasonable Doubt came out in 97, I think it was. So
okay.
But I really don't remember.
The first Blueprint came out in 2001.
Yeah, so okay. Like he right. So do you really think Reasonable Doubt had enough to count Jay-Z as a number one rapper the year it came out? We'd have to go back and look, you know what I'm saying, on what else came out those next couple of years. But I mean, I'm a fan of the Blueprint, bro. I'm a Jay-Z fan. I'm not even.
I mean, I'm a fan of 444.
Listen, I just need to know.
That's one of his last albums. So
okay, that's all I needed. Mel gave me 98.
That's what I needed to know.
98 to 1-1. I'm on it. I'm about to do it right now. So here's what we're about to start with.
What if I told you DMX is number one?
I'm sorry. Holy Grail was a good
one. All right, so here's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to start with the Billboard hip hop albums This is 1999. This is where we starting at. I want to get the right amount of, and I ain't gonna lie to you. When as soon as DJ Micah B said it, I had a feeling it was gonna happen. And then there was X, also came out in 1999. All right, so here we go. Music albums, 1999, Billboard. Things Fall Apart, The Roots, The Blackout Album, Method Man and Redman, Murder Music, Mobb Deep, Guerrilla Warfare, Hot Boys, The Art of Storytelling, Slick Rick, the Jay-Z's Volume 3, The Life and Times of S. Carter, Amplified, Q-Tip, The Real World, Missy Elliott, Let There Be Eve, Rough, 1999. Diddy Forever album came out. ODB had an album that came out. The G Code from Juvenile was out. Boy, it's a lot of albums. Vinny Vetti Vecchi, Ja Rule came out. Made Man by Silk the Shocker came out. Coming of Age, Memphis Bleak. You had Nore dropped the album. Melvin Flint, The Hustler. Children of the Ghetto. Wu Syndicate. Man, there's a lot of albums that came out in 1999. Why can't we go by Billboard? You didn't say anything about mixtapes or underground or anything else. Why can't we go by? We have to look at the top albums that came out. What other credible list would you like me to research? I have no problem with it. I just if we can't use Billboard, which
we like to research out here. We like to research. So
yeah, I have no problem with it. I just want to know why I can't use Billboard, which is a credible source, not a non-credible source.
Right.
All right, fine. I'm going to use this one. Hip Hop Golden Age, top 40 hip hop albums of 1999. Let's just play around with this, see what happens. All right. Number 1, Mos Def, Black on Both Sides. Number 2, The Roots, Things Fall Apart. Number 3, MF Doom, Operation Doomsday, 1999. Eminem, The Slim Shady LP. Number 5, Pharaoh Monkey, Internal Affairs. No, I don't want that one. I gotta go back. Why is that even on here? That literally is not in the criteria. That came out in 2001. That's not what we need here. All right, let me go away from that.
I'm just saying,
I'm just going down this list, so I'm just,
They never talk to me about Nas if we doing that. What? Not Nas wasn't brought up on the list either. You literally asked. You literally said 98 to 01.
Yeah, and I went to. Well, no, he said I couldn't. He told me I couldn't use Billboard. That's what he said.
Well, right. But he also said here at the bottom, they never talk to me about Nas if we doing that. But what I do know is, DMX was the biggest rapper in the world around that time frame, and you even said you have a case for X because you was like during 98 to 01. I'm like, well, what about DMX? Because if you know me, I tell GQ and Jen has heard me say this over and over again. I don't think there's been a bigger rapper ever to reach the height. I don't think anybody else ever reached the height that DMX reached. Just alone by the MTV Summer Jam when he performed on the stage. Was insane.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at Billboard meaning the best. I just wanted to look at what albums were out in 1999, and it gave me an entire list of albums that were hip hop albums that were out in 1999. That's all it was for. I didn't say Billboard top 100. I said just hip hop albums that came out in 1990.
Was 50 really bigger though? I feel like
bigger than who?
Than DMX. I feel like 50
I feel like he's right behind.
50 had the bigger. I think 50 had the bigger hit, but throughout the rest of the career, I don't think 50 Cent was bigger than DMX.
See, here we go again. Here's the problem with that discussion. That is an old school version of us talking about Kendrick and Drake.
No, for real. And
because DMX was a little bit. DMX was a lot for the culture more than anything else. Like DMX was definitely was big time for the culture. Like 50, 50. We know he had many men, but then he started dropping party hits, club bangers. Then he started dropping 21 Questions. Things like things that weren't so hood, if you will. Then of course he came out with PIMP and all that other stuff. But DMX, for the most part, he really stayed street. He had a couple of not so street tracks, and he talked a lot about problems in the hood, his people getting shot. So that's why I said that. I'm not saying it's exactly like those two, but it has some similarities because DMX kind of stayed the same his whole career. 50 did change for the most part. Like, let's not pretend like he didn't. I'm not saying he changed like it's a bad thing, but he didn't stick to all of his music didn't sound like Mini Man. When he, all of it didn't sound like In the Club. It continued to grow. That's all that was.
50 went diamond.
Yeah. Nobody's arguing that. Nobody's saying there's anything wrong with 50. Like nothing.
We're not saying anything's wrong with 50 went diamond.
No, there's nothing wrong with 50. Like,
okay, DMX had 2 #1 albums in 1 year. Okay, dude. Oh, we get it. DMX the only rapper to ever do that and have 2 #1 albums in a year. Like that's a crazy thing. 50 Cent is not the only rapper to have a diamond album.
We got to remember, like DMX was dropping club bangers that were still hood classics. That's what I'm talking about. DMX didn't change his style. He was an anthem hood rapper. That's what he was. He was dropping club bangers that still you could play in the hood. Like the song he did with Swiss Beats when we in here. Like everybody knew that song. Like, Rough Riders Anthem. That's an anthem. Holy, it's in the fucking title. Rough Riders Anthem. They were riding 4-wheelers through the fucking hood. What do you mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, 50 didn't change. 50 changed up his style, not in a bad way. Don't think that we're bashing 50, but DMX stayed true to what got him there. 50 was kind of like, how do I say this the right? 50 was a shotgun blaster. 50 had three or four different ways when his initial albums came out, where he was like, you know what? I'm gonna stick to this because this is what's getting the people going for me. And it worked because In the Club was hot. It really was. 21 Questions was hot. It was. When you drop PIMP, it was hot. Like, don't get me, like, there's nothing wrong with either of those artists. But
the DMX and Tupac is the only rappers that have created 2 #1 albums in the same year.
Thank you. I forgot about.
Thank you, Rob. 21 Questions, a hood anthem too, though. Yeah, if you look at the lyrics will tell you. I get you because I thought about one. I mean, he did also film that video in jail, if you will. I just, he wasn't, what I'm saying, he wasn't actually in jail, but
And I'm telling you, 50 wasn't. It like you can have your own opinion, but I'm telling you, 50 wasn't.
I don't. I mean, if he's saying bigger as far as like 50 being more mainstream and basically global, sure. Like, but 50 started dabbling into things like at the same time, DMX also got into movies before 50 got into movies. Like DMX was acting before. They did a lot of stuff the same. And then
so if you're talking peak.
Yeah,
about being bigger at the peak, I might give the slight edge to 50, but a sustained peak at being big, I'm definitely giving it to DMX. For shit, sure.
And see, was your favorite hater? I mean, he said, that 50 had help from Drake and M. That's just one part of it. There was a G Unit part to this. There was a 50 in the game part of this. Like 50's done a lot of stuff, with a lot of people. He had a solo run. But I mean, yeah. And then see, Mooley said, I just said G Unit. I literally just said that. Like, he had a whole run with G Unit. Is what I said. Then he had a whole run he had an album run with the game. Like they had,
nobody's forgetting G.
But for the most part, hell, really, majority of DMX's work was done with Swiss Beats, a producer. That's it. Majority of his, X had Rough Riders, but when he was solo, it was him and Swiss Beats. Like, yes,
I mean 50 had Dre, so I mean it's.
Yeah, and just like X had Rough Riders, just like 50 had G Unit. 100%. That's an interesting one. I'll take Rough Riders over G Unit. That
I think I would take Rough
you know
Riders
what?
over G Unit too.
I
And
would. The more I think, yeah, I mean, hell, Eve being the X factor in that one.
exactly, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Like,
just because Eve was a Rough Rider, I'd probably leave with Rough Riders.
yeah, she kind of was the epitome.
You're right.
Yeah.
Look, this.
Don't forget about some Mel saying that it was Dame Grease, not Swiss. I'm like, okay, but a lot of like the mainstream bangers that DMX had, literally Swiss Beats was on the fucking track, like at the beginning. Like he was the DJ Khaled of a lot of fucking DMX's hits. Like,
I'm going with G Unit over Rough Riders strictly because of Lloyd Banks. Sure, be my guest, I guess. And I'm not saying Lloyd Banks can't rap. I mean, hey, I don't think you can go wrong with either one of them.
No, and Lloyd Banks got his respect because he was also included in the Touch It remix, and he held his own.
Well, Lloyd was
hey, and I ain't gonna lie. Hey, that motherfucking blue chinchilla coat was fire. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That hoe was absolutely fire. Like, if we wasn't in Texas, I'll rock the shit.
Lloyd definitely always had the lyrics, and he was definitely number 2 in G Unit.
Yeah.
Just I mean, look, bro,
in the original G Unit or the extended one with Tony A. And the game. Forget there was like 5 at one point. Like it was G Unit went through a weird little transition.
Yayo,
Buck, Yayo, Game,
50,
and Lloyd. Yeah.
Grease did beats though, and Vinyls did beats too. That's fine, but I mean, look, I think DMX is bigger. But nonetheless, Rough Riders over G Unit. I'm going Rough Riders over G Unit because I just like their music more. I'm not even.
Yeah, I would definitely. I would go that. I would go that route too.
Y'all take that G Unit stuff to Dipset and compare that.
Oh, that's a much more compelling argument there.
Yeah, you go ahead and you go take that to Dipset. Nobody said it was hate, Mel. Ain't nobody saying
no hate. No hate. We have respect for both sides.
Yeah,
all I did was speak on what I said when DMX. A lot of his mainstream stuff had Swiss beats in the intros of these songs. That's all I didn't say anything else. Like he would just like how Swiss Beats did a lot of stuff for T.I., he did a lot of stuff for DMX too. Like that's all I said. I say no. A lot of the main bangers that DMX had, Swiss Beats was included. He was a part of it. He was the hype man, if you will, however you want to phrase it. He says, he might be right.
He might be right.
Yeah.
Moo, I would just like to say, Moo, thank you for giving Jada and the Locks their just due because people really sleep on the Locks
for no reason. But for no reason,
it pisses me off. Yeah. Jada ate him up.
Oh yeah. That's not even a. If anybody debates that, that's wild. All right,
Swiss
that was good.
The Rough Riders OG producer sound. Okay. What exactly does this mean? Like nobody's comparing who's a better producer. Like
we ain't saying nothing about that.
Yeah, like I don't know. Swiss use all of the R&R and OG producer sound. Okay. Kanye has used multiple people's sound. What exactly are you saying here? We're literally talking about who is bigger and who we think is better. Like we didn't say Swiss is a better producer than nobody. We're not comparing producers inside of Rough Riders. Like what you got going on? Let's do. I'm still waiting, hoping for a D Block Dipset tour.
Hold your breath.
I'm not.
Hold your breath.
I'm not.
I don't foresee that being a thing.
D Block going tour, I definitely go. Dipset going tour, I'm probably not going. I do not look. Cameron is dope. Jewels is dope. Jim Jones is. He got some bangers. But come on, man. Exactly. That shit ain't never happening. All right.
Watching it within the next couple of months, it's gonna happen.
I'm saying as soon as we say that shit gonna absolutely happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
hey, I'm gonna tell you what Jada said. All right. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
yeah.
I know I can
Got your
still
fingers
hope.
up. You can listen.
Yeah, you
My guy,
definitely.
you can hope till you're blue in the face. That's
Right
your
to the whole
prerogative.
man upstairs.
Keep hope alive, my brother. I hope it happens for you.
You know what? I know we didn't really plan for this, but I'm gonna make an honorary mention on this one with this. I'm sorry I had to end the last session abruptly because I thought we was never going to finish that one. And since we're already 51 minutes in and that's what we talked about, good Lord.
Yeah,
but
we didn't even get a couple of them that we had on the back end.
But yeah, I really wanted to move on because I want to get to GQ's real talk. I thought this is the perfect segue to talk about this. Although this person is not a dumbass millionaire, he is a dumbass celebrity. And I'm talking about the wide receiver, Kobe Young, in college. Well, hey, GQ, what did I say in our chat? These new niggas dumb?
Yep. That's exactly what you said, actually, verbatim.
Come on, bro. For those of you that haven't heard, let me get by all the nonsense of this stupid ass list that we just went over because, good Lord.
All right.
Georgia wide receiver Kobe Young was arrested on battery charges and, more importantly, arrested on harming an unborn child.
No. Don't soften that. Assaulting, an unborn child. Don't sugarcoat that one. Because we're talking about the difference between that's a whole felony.
Okay, fine. Assaulting a unborn child. I don't even know what to start with this stupid shit. I just don't. I was raised you don't put your hand on a woman, but I'm also knowing that if you hit somebody, you can't be mad at how they react. But this is just
not the assaulting a child part is not excusable on any world whatsoever. Like, and on any world. And
this is
first
wild.
of all, this is still a young dude in college. Like, it's still that's the problem. It's still a young dude in college who probably got some, got himself some little NIL money or whatever the case might be. And he literally done. The problem is the woman that he hit she's still pregnant.
She's pregnant. Yeah. So that's still.
I don't think you understand. If something happens to that child while that child is still in the womb of the mother, you're getting charged for murder, my guy. You're going to get charged. If that baby is born with deficiencies and things of that sort that can be tied to the blunt force trauma that you have done, you're getting charged for child abuse, my guy. Like, these things are happening. Like, you shouldn't put your hands on anybody anyway. Our parents always taught us, keep your hands to yourself anyway. Actually, when we were in elementary and middle school, there was a sign that said, keep your hands, feet, and objects to yourself. That used to be in every single classroom we walked in. Guess what? That shit ain't in no classes no more in 2024. But, like, even if he didn't try to do it on purpose, it's whatever the mother did. Oh. Oh man. Look, we put our disclaimers up for a reason, but I. Oh man, I'm gonna leave that right where it's at.
I
But
fucking love Mel. Mel is waiting. Mel will stand 10 toes down, bro.
yeah, and listen, and the thing that Mel just said is exactly what I'm saying. Like people in general, just in general, I don't care what your pronouns are. Keep your hands to yourself. Let's just start with that. Like,
Mike.
I'm being real. I don't care what your pronouns are. Stop touching people. All right, unless they ask you to be touched.
No Diddy.
Keep your hands to your fucking self. Like, because this is 2024. People act different these days. People react different these days. Back in the 70s and 80s, you would have got slapped. 100%. You absolutely would have got slapped. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's a whole movie about it. What's love got to do with it? Ike Turner was beating that ass. The whole movie about it. It would have happened. Like, that was some old school, basically colonial type shit in them times. Then you get to the 90s. Women start standing on business. Women start fighting back. Movies like Jennifer Lopez's Enough come out, and women start getting boxing and start fighting. But then this weird shit happened in like right before COVID and during COVID of these videos that used to surface of like dudes and like couples in public, and like the woman be like teeing off on the dude, and I'm like, and what do you expect that person to do? Like it's like no different than like poking a bear or provoking a lion. What the fuck you think they're gonna do when you back them into a corner far enough? You don't think they're gonna lunge the fuck out? Like, even the softest dudes not finna let you just beat on them after a certain time. Hey, look, I was at work today and I said that, and them kids died laughing. Hey, listen, but thank you, Earl, because it's true. Because the thin line between love and hate was no, and that was some self-inflicted shit. That's what's crazy. She's beating her own ass with the orange in the stocking. She's beating her own ass because that's some Fatal Attraction type shit.
I look, every time I hear some shit like this with beating, I think I speak for every black person on planet Earth. The first line that comes to my head is, "You told Harpo to beat me." That's the first line that comes to my head every time. Because if we have more Sophias in the world, dog.
I mean, but it's true. But it's true though. Like, but still, like, but the problem is,
Mel. Look, Mel. I'm happy you said what you said. My hands are ready to eat for everyone. And Mr. GQ has said this over and over again. I'm going to keep repeating it. You cannot hit somebody first and then be mad when they react to hit you back. It's the wildest thing. Your mama told you keep your hands to yourself. Your daddy told you keep your hands to yourself. The teachers in school tell you keep your hands to yourself. Bruh.
You know what else?
Ask Rihanna.
Ask
Rihanna.
Yep. Y'all already know I stand. Y'all know I stand on that one.
Listen, you know what else my mama said? Don't start no fights, but you better finish them motherfuckers.
Fucking right.
Exactly. Yep. Come on.
So, I'm not telling you that's what I'm going to do, but what I am going to say is what you're not going to do is put your motherfucking hands on me. And listen, Chris Rock said the same thing. He said, I never hit a female, but he said, but I shake the shit out of one.
Yeah. I say that shit all the time.
I just thought it was funny. Me personally, like, I'm not going to do it because I just can't. I genuinely can't. Like, I just can't.
I hate to bring this up, but if that's what you do, why Chris Rock ain't shake Will Smith? Okay, let's move on.
Because he got the taste slapped out his mouth. He ain't know what to do.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That's what we doing.
Hey.
That's exactly what it sounded like.
This is what I know. Marlon has gave the best answer. If you've seen his stand-up, there was like, Marlon, if that was you, what you would have done? And Marlon was like, come on, man. I wouldn't slap Chris Rock at the Oscars. Big facts. Because ain't no way in hell you slapping me like that and you walking away. There ain't no way in hell I'd have slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars. Stop playing with me.
Not at the Oscars.
Nah.
Maybe at the Hip Hop Awards, BET Awards.
Too many. But, this is a lot of so we can't.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. That part.
Mhm.
So
Take me outside. How about that?
how about that?
Mm-hmm.
DJ Michael B, you want to do me a favor and cue that thing up?
What are we queuing up? I'm looking
You
forward. I'm looking
know.
forward. I'm looking
Underneath,
forward.
underneath the is right above the crossover. You can't miss it.
There you go. All right.
Maybe epic.
So I've come to this conclusion, and I'm feeling like 2024, outside of all the celebrities that we keep losing and all this other stuff, I'm done with you, gent. Stay your ass over there. You're fucking up the church's money right now.
I'm sorry. He laughing at me because I heard. I was like, "What the fuck was that?"
It was fucking Jit being himself. But anywho, I digress. 2024 is becoming the year of attacking stepfathers. And I don't quite understand how we've gotten to this point. Because I remember, and I'm sure Mr. Gent, I'm sure DJ Mike could be remember this too. There was a point in time where the simp movement was a big thing. And I'm like, hold on. And the simp movement, me and Micah had a whole episode about that. Because the simp movement was an attack on chivalry, is what that was. But then all of a sudden, right, here was the counterpunch to that. Chivalrous men stopped being as chivalrous. And all of a sudden, it was like, oh, where are all the good men at? Where are all the this, that? Oh, well, no, because every time I opened a fucking door, you lost your damn mind. Like, that's what happened to that. So I am chivalrous with the women in my life, and the rest of y'all can hold one. You know what I'm saying? I still respect my elderly and my senior citizens, so I 100% still hold the door for my elderly and all that stuff like that. But I'm not finna. What you not finna do is call me all types of things outside my name for me doing something that I didn't have to do in the first place. My mama raised me a certain way.
I was raised this way.
Yeah, like I'm not stopping a habit that like I'm not with that. And I'm gonna put this up on the screen, and it's like so. And I'm like, and I was like, here's the problem, right? This is what I'm going to say. I want to meet these same women who are saying this about stepfathers, because now we have another post that came about that was talking about the weakest men become stepfathers. And I'm like, okay, show me the Carfax on that. First of all, that's what I want to start with.
Opposite. Complete opposite.
That's the first thing. I was like, you gotta show me the facts on that, because what you mean? I was like, what you really should be saying is the weakest men are the ones who walk out on their children. That's what the fuck you should be saying.
Yeah, I'm like,
let's just start there.
The ones that don't play child support, the ones that sit in jail.
You know, the weakest men are deadbeat fathers. Those are the weakest men. Like, if that's the game we're gonna play, I far and away don't think that there's anything wrong with stepfathers. Me being a stepfather my damn self, I don't see anything wrong with it whatsoever. I don't think it's weak at all. Why? Because last time I checked, it is very, 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 very difficult in this world to even find a partner that does not already have a child. It's not near as common as it once was.
Facts.
It's just not. And that's not an indictment. It's not a bad thing. It's just the world we currently live in. It's the world we've lived in since 2018. Probably 2018, 17 maybe. Like, pretty much everything that happened after Hurricane Harvey, and then COVID made it worse because everybody was stuck at fucking home with nothing else to do but make TikToks and fuck. So
that's a crazy way to look at it, but it's
not. It's a realistic way to look at it. Let's be real. What the fuck was that? What else was you doing? You were stuck at home anyway if you wasn't an essential worker.
Damn, I about to say I was an essential worker.
So and I don't even see it as a problem. Like, I remember when at least when me and you for sure, Michael, was younger, that was like the ultimate sign of respect as a man. If you dated a woman that already had a kid, that was a respect thing, because it took a much stronger man to do that. Like, it did.
Oh yeah, Mel. I definitely not
Oh,
disagreeing
listen,
with you on that one.
listen. I can't tell you how much I need Outlaw because Outlaw would have already cooked on exactly what Mel just said. Because Outlaw had a whole take on that, and I'm gonna let him do it. I'm not even finna touch that with a 10-foot pole because when he cook on that, y'all gonna be mad. And I ain't saying y'all as in the people in the chat, y'all out there that's out here talking reckless like this, because I also want to see what kind of relationship you in. Are you still with the father of your kids? Oh, okay. So what happens if you have kids and you end up dating somebody who don't have kids and they become a stepfather? You gonna call your man weak? What you gonna do if another female call your man weak? You gonna fight him? Don't be a hypocrite now. Stand on business. Because most of y'all out there are already in this predicament as it is. So what you gonna do? You gonna marry yourself? You gonna put yourself on child support? Oh, okay, cool. I was just checking. That's that's my take on all that. Like that one simple post allowed me to cook just like that. I ain't even got to go very far. The cast iron is hot. So DJ Michael B, ball me.
Yeah, I'm happy that cast iron is hot and it's ablazing, and it's ablazing like the fire was blazing earlier today when I was cooking dinner, and I thought I was done with dinner, but apparently I was not because Mr. GQ done tagged me in some shit. Here's my take on this. Fact of the matter is, nowadays, women treat, let me not say women, people and parents treat their kids like friends. Because when they were growing up with their own parents, that's what they wanted. But as you can see, you still grow up and respect your parent and won't do none of the crazy shit that you see kids doing to their parents nowadays and cussing their parents out and disrespecting, not respecting any kind of authority in the schools. And then when they sit there and tell you your kid is acting a fool and doing the worst, you want to sit there and say, oh, that ain't, my kid would never do that. And this, man.
That part.
Correct. And I was going to get there too. Women want men to take care of their kids, but not raise them. You know why? Because modern women feel like they're entitled to never have to work and they should have all their bills paid and they can sit at home and do not a goddamn thing all day. Then they want to bring up, well, my dad, my grandfather was provided for my grandma. Yeah, but grandma was at home gardening, growing the food to eat, planting crops, taking care of the cows, feeding the dogs, feeding the chickens. None of that exists for the most part anymore. It doesn't. So you want to stay at home and do nothing and be lazy and not be an adult and be taken care of like a little kid. And you go have a kid with somebody that won't take care of the child. And then you expect somebody like like me with no kids to come in and take care of you and your kid. What be someone say, baby girl? That shit, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. It just don't. This is okay, Mel. I understand your grandma didn't have chickens. You know what I meant, dog.
Mel ain't from the South.
I know Mel ain't from the South. My bad. Maybe she had buffalo and bison in New York, bro. I don't know. But God. Come on. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Not buffalo and bison.
I'm just saying.
But I understand what you're saying. But what you're saying is there were at the time there were roles and responsibilities.
Right. So now in today's society,
there are no roles and responsibilities. There is one person with all the roles and all the responsibilities. And then you remember back in biology class when we learned about types of relationships? It's not symbiotic. It's parasitic.
Boy, I was a biology major. Boy, you wouldn't say that now. Come on now.
I said what I said. It's parasitic. Tell me I'm wrong.
My family from NYC in Savannah, Georgia. LOL.
But I mean, it is like you
don't have no chickens in Georgia. Georgia's the South.
Like you can't tell me that it's not parasitic in those situations. Not all in those situations where currently the DJ Michael B is talking about. There's nothing symbiotic about it. There's no mutual gain on either for either anybody. There is somebody who's got a hurt back from carrying the entire load, and then they're slowly withering the fuck away. Parasitic by definition.
Exactly, Earl. Roles, responsibility, and respect.
I wasn't a biology major, but I am in a science field. So I got you, Jen. I got you, dog.
Yeah, come on now.
I fucked with biology.
See-
That's one of my favorite
See,
subjects.
what confused the fuck out of me is the fact that women are saying that they're the weakest, the stepfathers, but at the same time they're saying single men that have no kids are saved for the women that have kids. That doesn't make sense. Not at all.
Does it ever?
It never makes sense. Women's minds don't make sense at the same time. But we're gonna sit here and have this conversation.
The fact that you said a whole hypocritical statement is wild. No, it's not.
'Cause, like,
No, it's not.
it's the same thing as a woman being hungry as hell. They know what they want to eat, but they're not gonna say what they want to eat. You know, because at the end of the day, you know,
he did not just equate this to food.
He did
got to.
because
We
we're
got
supposed to be psychic.
I'm bit back, so we gotta equate this to food. Come on now.
You right.
So,
My bad, Captain Big Back. You right.
I think my next tagline. Got a big back. Come on. But yeah, it confuses the hell out of men, out of people in this world, because it's like, the fuck you want out of us? Like I have 2 girls, but I also have a bonus son named Anthony. I love that little dude to death. He's not mine. He's not my blood. But he's my oldest daughter's mom's son that she had with somebody else. And he ended up passing away. But I ended up stepping in this place and taking this role on to take care of him at the same time. And women don't understand it. He's like, well, he's not yours. It doesn't matter if he's mine or not. He's my daughter's brother. I see him the same time I see her. He needs somebody there, a man figure that is going to be there for him and knows is going to be there for him because he's a boy. He needs a man in his life.
Yep.
So it makes no sense for me to sit on the sideline and treat them any differently.
Why would I?
Why would I?
Because at the same time, I have to say I'm not at this stage of life. I don't even like the term stepdad. I think it's missing a few letters. I think it needs to be stepped up dad is what the fuck it needs to be. That's the term that sounds a lot better because that's what it takes. It does. It's or stepped up mom. However, whichever phrase. I don't care which phrase it is, but it takes an emotionally powerful individual to come into a situation like that. Point blank. Period. It's not easy. It has its own challenges. It's a different family dynamic, but it can be one of the most rewarding family dynamics once it all comes together. I 100% love my family dynamic. I have got everything under the sun. I got a toddler, I got a teenager, and I got a wife. I mean, I got a dog too, sometimes. But I enjoy my family dynamic. Like, I see it as I have one big happy family. That's how I see it. My family sees it the same. My whatever word we use, my normal family, if you will, sees it the same way as well. They don't treat my kids any different.
Right.
So why would I treat my kids any different? My family accepts all of my children. So why would I like it? It doesn't make sense. Like that whole post is just like, it literally just sounds like somebody that's pissed off because they're in a situation that they don't like. And it's probably a self-inflicted situation. Most likely, but it's okay.
You don't understand. You don't post stuff like don't post stupid shit like this no more. Get off the internet.
Hey, listen.
Get off the internet, man.
Sometimes it's okay to not press send.
You can type it up if you want to.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Yeah,
I do it all the time. I literally type things up all the time, and I would delete it instead of posting it on Facebook. I do it all the time.
Don't put it in your draft.
I'm like, no, I'd never draft it. I delete it, completely discard whatever word you want. I'm like, I don't need to post that because we know this. Words are venomous. Let's not pretend like it's not. Words are venomous. Words can spark certain things that don't need to be sparked. You can start
Exactly.
unnecessary fires. And it's like, why? Like, why are you doing this? Like, why do you feel? And my thing is, I'm not a fan of like putting the entire world in your business, which is why I don't post a lot on certain things. I just don't. I don't need you to know what the hell is going on in my day-to-day life with my family. If I do, I'll, if we're at an event or we're doing something collectively together, cool, I'll post it. Or if something hilarious happens that I feel like everybody would get a laugh out of, I'm gonna post that 100%.
We get a lot of those with your daughter.
Yeah, but I'm not finna just post just to be fucking posting. Like, I'm not finna do that. Like there's no reason for that. But for somebody to have the gall to post something like that, and it was in a group, that's the thing. They didn't post it on a public Facebook. I'm sure you noticed that. It was posted in a group, a group of some sort. So I'm like, oh, why don't you go ahead, post that on your actual page. Make it public. Let's see what kind of reaction you get then. I bet you take that motherfucker down. Or better yet, do me a favor. Post it on Black Twitter. That's the real litmus test. Post it on Black Twitter and see what happens.
That's a dangerous game right there.
I bet you money.
That's a very dangerous game, dog.
Somebody gonna dog walk your ass in the comments.
It could have been me.
Couldn't be me. Hey, that's the line right there. Couldn't be me. That's the line.
No, he's saying it would have been him, the dog walk.
Dog walk.
Oh yeah. So I thought you said couldn't be me. Like to post something like that. Hell no.
Of course.
Damn. How you be cooking on the cast iron in the comments like that?
He right though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't accept men that have kids.
Bro, that's exactly what I was just about. Bro, as a woman.
This is why I need it.
As a woman, I'm just so happy because I was just about to go there. I hear single moms say all the time what they say. I don't want a kid. I don't want a man that has kids. And I sit there and say, why don't you want a man with kids? They're like, I don't know. It's just some. Said no. You know exactly what hell you put your child's father through, and you don't want another woman to put the guy you're dating through that. So when y'all say that they're the biggest hypocrites, most of them are the biggest hypocrites. There's the facts right there. You know what hell you give the dad of your child, and you don't want to be with somebody that got to go through that with their baby mama. It's the wildest thing.
But it shouldn't be that way. Like I've never understood the baby mom, baby dad drama situation. I think it's stupid. Because
that's a good one.
So that part. But my thing is like this. When the two of you decide that y'all don't want to be together anymore, cool. That ain't got shit to do with the kid. Right. And that child, no matter how old they are, have the right to learn how and who their parents are the right way. Not by you spitting venom in their fucking ear about the other one. Like, no, let that kid grow up, know both of their parents, and form their own opinion like normal people do. Because no matter what the situation is, at some point the truth's going to come out anyway. And it's going to look worse if you've been spitting venom their whole life talking bad about the mom, or the mom talking about the dad, or dad talking about the mom. When that child becomes of the right sound mind and age, and they see that was not true at all, they're going to now resent the other parent because the other parent was out here spitting venom about something that did not require it in the first place. Exactly. Like, if you are no longer together, cool, but you two have to be cordial and co-parent around that kid. Do not let that child grow up there are people in this world who would love to have both of their parents in their lives. There are some who are in the foster care system and don't even know their parents. If your child is blessed enough in this world to have both of their parents, allow that child to form their own relationships and opinions of their own parents. That's it. That's it. Why, as an adult, are you being so petty that you're going to talk bad about another adult to a child? You know how stupid that actually sounds? Like, you're talking bad about another parent to a 4-year-old. 4-year-olds don't even understand what the fuck is going on half the time.
They don't even
I
know they
can't
left from their
read.
right.
Like,
I can't read.
but you expect them to comprehend, though.
Look, my thing is like I have two, you know, I have my daughter's mothers. I have two daughters and they have separate mothers. And the fact of the matter is the first couple of years that we weren't together, we went through hell. We were fighting, we were going through everything like that. But one thing we decided not to do is talk bad about the other parent. So if we end up talking bad about the other parent and then we end up, being cool after a little while, the child becomes confused. So we don't want to confuse the children. So the fact of the matter, now me and both of their mothers are cool. We're great. We're best friends. We they don't understand the difference between it because they see mommy gets along with daddy, daddy gets along with mommy, and I can see my daddy whenever that I want to. I can see my mommy whenever I want to, and there's no like no nobody's fighting. We're all good over here. And I'm blessed for my situation that I have because a lot of people can't say the same thing.
Nope.
A lot of
Especially
people
not in the
are
culture.
exactly because there's a lot of us out here that don't know how to act. They
Yep.
don't want that man, but that at the same time, the man, is trying to move on and be happy, do something for himself, and the woman's not okay with that, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Let these people be happy. If someone wants to be in your child's life and do better for them, let them.
Yeah, like wouldn't you feel better if you would, let's just for the sake of discussion, if you and the mother or the father of your child are not together, but the child has two stable households to go to, I don't see the problem there.
There's no problem.
If the child has
They're gonna
two
thrive
stable
in that.
households, yeah, that's better than having dysfunction at one and stability at the other, because when that child gets old enough, they're never going to want to go to the dysfunctional place
Exactly.
because they know what it is. Like everything I said previously, I got that from my own mother. My mom taught me that. My mom never talked bad about my father at all, ever, ever. She never did that. She said, my parents are best friends and they're not together. They haven't been together for a very long time, but they're best friends. My mom never talked bad about my dad. My mom allowed me and my siblings to forge our own relationships with our parents, point blank, period. And DJ Micah B knows this. I love my father. I have a great relationship with my father. I have a great relationship with my mother. My parents have a great relationship with each other. They're both in their own relationships now, like outside of it, and there's no issue. All of their children are grown. But never, when I was in middle school, high school, in the military, in college, there was never a bit of dysfunction between my two parents. Never. Why can't it always be like that? I don't think that's
Right.
difficult. Like there's too much. Sometimes we get the emotions of the situation get involved in something, and we allow pettiness to take over rationale,
You know
depending
what the
on what
problem
side it
is?
comes from.
The problem is the fact that a woman is mad or a man is mad that they're giving somebody else what they wanted. Like at the end of the day, like, oh well, I wanted a baby with you. I wanted a functional family, but I wanted a ring, but you're giving it to another B word.
Micah, don't that sound familiar?
Hmm.
What he just said sound like a situation one of our partners was dealing with. Not gonna put his name out there, but we he almost said the whole story without even saying it. That's crazy.
Yeah, because it's common.
Um,
That situation wasn't really common. That one was a little different. It was a little loco. A little crazy.
hey,
I don't know about y'all situation, but that situation, I'd say it was common.
Yeah,
GQ.
no, you that what you said was like 90% of the situation that happened, minus a couple little things.
Hey,
This is, bruh. I don't even know what to say right now. I, dude, like, this is. There's so much going on in the celebrity world, and I'm keeping up
Oh
with
shit.
I'm keeping up with what's trending right now, and this is absolutely wild, bruh. And oh man, like this
We
is
got look, we got 5 minutes. We can cook for 5 minutes if it's
I
something.
don't I, man, look. Now I want to mind y'all, this is GQ's thing, but tonight I'm taking over. Is the remix? It's DJ Micah B. It's,
Remix.
yeah. It's probably DJ Micah B dropped the mic instead of GQ bomb. But in
Say
the words
less.
of my brother, it is a GQ bomb. Just about an hour ago, Stephon Diggs has been accused of trying to drug and sexually assault another man. And the
What
guy
in
claims
the
to have
What?
hella proof.
what in the Diddy Chronicles is going on?
What to what?
First of all, this is going to be let me preface this accordingly. This is now the second incident of some sort of note
Stefan.
involving Stephon Diggs, because the other
Right.
one was the whole rumors about him and Cardi B
Him and
while she
Cardi
was 8
B.
months pregnant. I don't know what's true about that, but this is worse. This is way worse. Like that man. Is Trayvon Diggs involved in this somehow?
Griffith also alleges Diggs' brother attacked him in an elevator to silence him. I got it, love.
Oh, what is
That's
going on?
wild. So what you're saying is Stephon was getting outlandish. Trayvon is doing some hood shit. That's what I gathered.
You know, I don't even know what to say, bro. I don't know what it
No,
is.
you know what?
There,
I
there,
know what.
there there must be something in the water in Houston, because it just seems like it keeps happening to Houston players at this
Nah,
point. This shit is
fuck that.
wild.
Here we go. I'm ready. The cast iron ain't cold yet. Allow me to reignite that motherfucker real quick. I have a problem. I have a problem with that. And here's my problem with that. Oh, will you say that one more time for Moolage so that Moolage is back on board before I go fucking nuclear?
A guy is coming out and saying that Stephon Diggs drugged him and tried to have sexual relations with him. And then that the other, I don't know if it's Trayvon, or I don't know if it's him, and says his brother tried to beat him up to silence him.
Oh,
right.
okay.
I hate you.
All right, come on. All right,
Here we
go and
go.
cook, brother. Go and cook.
All right, so listen. The more this type of shit happens in general with these celebrities, the more and more true something that Shannon Sharp said becomes more and more true. Money does not mean anything. It just makes you more of what you already were. This right here, these athletes, these billionaires, these celebrities, these folks, and I'm speaking to the culture folks. I'm gonna leave everybody else out of this. I'm just gonna stick with the culture folks. This includes the previous Houston Texans player who's currently playing in Cleveland, who just settled another case, but nobody realized that shit. That shit went under the fucking radar because nobody paid attention. I just so happened to see the shit pop up on Fox Sports on a morning that it fucking got settled again. So there's that. See how I said that? And y'all didn't even realize that. That shit happened and nobody talked about it.
I
Here's
knew
the
about it.
problem. Here's the fucking problem. You self-destructing motherfuckers have got to stop doing this. You are generating generational wealth for you and your future family if you ain't already got a family. Why the fuck you out here fucking all up a church's money like that? You can pay me a quarter of their salary to sit on the fucking bench,
Big facts.
and you won't hear a fucking word from me. You ain't even look. I don't even got to say nothing to the media. I'm like, hey, I'm just glad to be here. Like, no, you can't put yourself in a situation to where you never have to worry about anything ever again and then find a way to royally fuck it up. What is wrong with us? Why are we doing this? Like, I'm even cool if you decide to make generational wealth and you decide you want to spend 35% of it on material things. Whatever. When you start doing things like this, we have an entirely other problem because you're fucking sick. I hope like hell this ain't true. I've seen this article pop up. I didn't want to bring it to the fold because I wasn't sure of the how valid it was. But since DJ Michael B brought it, I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and cook because I'm already here. But you have got to stop. You are not helping the situation one bit. We're the same people. We, the culture, are the same people that want seats at the table of certain groups of certain social groups. But then we do shit like this. And you wonder why we don't have enough seats at the table, why we don't get offered seats at the table. Because we out here doing shit like this. Like, why? First of all, you ain't even got the kind of money to do shit like this and get away with it, at least at the minimum. And I'm not saying it's okay, but you're not in the right. You don't have enough zeros. You don't have enough zeros. And you're the wrong color. I'm just going to speak on it. Tell me I'm wrong. You ain't got enough zeros and you're the wrong color. Because you can't do anything about this situation. I, just like Mel said, I truly hope it ain't true. I hope it ain't true because that is not, listen, the Houston Texans don't need any more black spots on that organization. The Houston Texans are in the best position they've been in since they became a franchise in 2002. They are. They're in the best position. You have a franchise quarterback. You have a franchise defensive player. You have a young franchise coach that should be there for the long haul as long as nothing dramatically goes crazy. Like you have two young wide receivers in Tank Dell and Nico Collins. Nico a little bit older, but you have two young, and then you got this dumb motherfucker in Stephon Diggs who was already doing dumb shit in Buffalo with Josh Allen as it was. And then you bring him over here, and he over here doing dumb shit in Houston. He right. Houston, sometimes people be doing some wild shit in Houston. There's too much shit going on in Houston for some of y'all. Some of y'all need to stay your ass at home. Like, some of y'all need a curfew. That's what y'all need. Some of y'all need a fucking curfew. Don't go out after 10. That's what your ass need. Stay your ass at home. Denzel even said it. If you had a party, leave that bitch before midnight. Get the fuck out of there. Go home. Because the devil coming after midnight. Thank you. Thank you, Mel. He ain't wrong. If I'm CJ, I don't want him at my house right now. He gonna get struck by lightning. I'm fucking up my good juju in my house. Just like you over here fucking with pregnant women, and now you over here fucking with dudes potentially. Like, bro, what you doing? Like, not. And I don't mean that in a excuse me, what's the word I'm looking for? Homophobic way. You over here drugging people and shit. That's way worse. You on some Bill Cosby shit, dog. Like, what's going on? Like, no, I hope the hell this ain't true. But if it is,
you know how you put the thing in the pudding and you stir it.
Hey, boy, let me tell you, my impulse of thoughts said to say, I wanted to hold it in. I've been acting up the whole show. Let me hold this one in. You went up and did it.
Listen, if this shit turns out to be true,
oh man,
I'm going to do a dumbass millionaire segment for the fucking ages.
I
promise you I'm gonna do something. I might get us canceled.
If this thing turns out to be true, bruh, I hope it happened in Buffalo and not in Houston.
I don't get look.
I
hope it didn't happen at all. I really hope it didn't happen at all.
At all. Yeah.
I hope it didn't happen at all
because this is not good. This is not good at all. Like, that's horrible. Like, that I would never have thought that something like this would come from a borderline prominent NFL player. Like, we've had some dumb shit happening in the NFL. We really have had some dumb, like Ray Rice, insert the conversation. Kareem Hunt, insert the conversation. Tyreek Hill with the lack of pullout game because he fast as fuck, and that's it. Like, like,
boy.
He is fast as fuck. He fast as fuck with dropping them kids. That's the fuck he fast at. Of course, we had the whole thing with Greg Hardy and like all this other stuff. Like, we've had these things happen in the NFL. This right here is really fucking bad.
God damn it, Moolich.
I'm sorry. Listen.
Oh,
Moolich.
okay.
I'm Moolich.
Well,
I'm gonna tell you. Listen, no, Moolich. Let me tell you what Moolich just did. Moolich just gave me another name for a fantasy football team.
Ooh.
Right now, for those who don't know, all right, my current fantasy football team's names are Dishonorable Discharge. If you know, you know.
Me and GQ have very, very creative names. What was my last year? Back for massages?
Yep.
A couple of years ago.
Yeah. I think yours even now, in CJ's league is something about the parlor. Return to the parlor.
Return to the parlor.
Like I had to retire. I had to retire my.
God.
I had to retire my previous my previous name because I had 2 girls, 1 cup. I had to retire that one because that was my favorite one for a long time. But
oh God. Oh, my stomach hurt.
Oh God. All right. Mr. Jim, final thoughts before we get on a wormhole that we don't need to be on.
Yeah. All right. Let me just put it on a positive note. Aaron Pierce has now announced to play Jon Stewart in Lanterns.
I saw that
HBO series.
Good shit.
Perfect casting. When I saw that last movie on Netflix, I said, "Oh yeah, he's gonna be perfect for Jon Stewart." And
agreed.
Now he is. But another great show. Y'all go ahead and like this and subscribe on the YouTube channel. You gotta get these numbers up. And another great show. It was funny as hell. But
yeah.
We're
gonna do something a little different here. So DJ Micah B, I'm gonna let you take it last and in the show. I'm gonna go ahead and follow up here. Millionaires, please stop doing wild and exotic shit, man. You can do stuff that's wild. You can do things that are exotic, but please don't do things that are wild and exotic because you end up doing exactly what's happening, getting cooked on fucking Gentleman's Talk on a Wednesday night. That's what the fuck ends up happening. Please stop. Or don't do something as wild and exotic because I'm trying to be nice. I really wanted to cook further, but I want to make sure it's true first. Because once I find out it's true, the whole show gonna be about you. I'm telling you right now, the whole show gonna be about you. And I'm gonna cook you for about an hour. Like I might burn you. I might burn something in the cast iron. Like it might happen. But anyway, I digress. Outstanding show, fellas. Outlaw, we missed you. I promise you this show would have been almost 2 hours because the takes that Outlaw had on a couple of these things. Yeah. Oh Lord. I'm telling y'all don't understand what y'all missed out on. We talk about so much shit in the chat, and Outlaw had some shit cooking about my Real Talk segment, and he had a segment. His unhinged segment would have fucking turned y'all all the way. He'd pissed off some people, which is why I love his segment so much. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for PVT, man. PVT gonna be on and popping per usual, and of course that means Fridays is around the corner because it is the best damn football show on the internet. From the Sidelines has been cooking the last month and a half. Boys is back in that thing, and of course Monday Basket, the basket is on and motherfucking popping in, and we're gonna be right back here again next Wednesday doing our Gentleman's Talk Thug Thizzle with the whole crew. The Infinity Gauntlet will be back like we never left. And Earl, gosh, dog it, boy, I tell you what now. All right, DJ Micah B, go on and finish this off and end our show, please.
Okay, let me compose myself here real quick. Like my brother said, PVT tomorrow, you'll be here with me, Moo, Willie will be back after the storm hit where he lived, which was I think it was a Helene, the one before Milton.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be back. He's back home. Of course, best damn football show on the internet, period, coined by the one and only. They will be there talking their ish inside the huddle on Friday with Moo, Mel. Come back on Monday, Basket. You got Troy, you got Moo, you got Boo Up, and then, of course, next week, Wednesday, right back here for Gentleman's Talk Wednesday with us. And last but not least, I think y'all will agree with this. I don't care who's here or not anymore. You new niggas weird as fuck.
Yeah.
That might be my headline next week.
But on a serious note, I want to send some prayers out there to Florida. You know, while they're about to get hit by this other hurricane.
Yeah,
I know we got some probably
big time, and the part of it that hasn't touched down yet, it's already looking bad. So I want to send out special shout outs to all of the National Guard members that have already been activated, that are about to go out there to respond, to go save lives, to go do what it is that we do best, which is take care of our fellow states and our neighboring states, because that is why we are who we are. So, hey, man, y'all go out there, keep doing great work, take care of business, make sure y'all are safe out there, come back safe, and make sure we help everybody that we can get our hands on with the supplies. And help is on the way, Florida. All right, help is on the way.
Sound good.
Y'all know what it is. We are out.
Motivation in you and inspire the world to do what you can. If you love it, then fuck